Guys, we are into week number 11. And guess what? We got a lot of good games that's going to be played this weekend. We got some championships that's going to be decided between two teams in the CIAA as well as the SIAC this weekend. Also, we're going to have some playoff implications as far as who's going to be in, who's going to be out in the MEAC as well as the SWAC. Guys, there's a lot that's going on that we're going to unpack. And I'm going to give you the week 11 predictions from Coach Walker from Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. I'm going to give you my predictions. I know I've been promising you guys this for the past couple of weeks, and Coach hasn't been able to get them to you. I've been tied up with a lot of different things, guys. And matter of fact, by the time you get this here video, I'm probably on the road headed to my daughter's, what's that? Father-daughter's dance. That's going to happen later on. That's going to happen later on this evening. So yes, this one is pre-recorded. I wanted to make sure I got this to you guys because, like I said, I don't want to give you my word and don't uphold my word. My word to me is everything, and I got to stand 10 toes down on it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on in this thing right now because I know y'all like, Coach, come on, give us the goods, man. Who are you picking this week to win these games, guys? I'm gonna tell you right now. There's gonna be some choices out here that Coach is gonna make. Some you may agree with, some you may not. But guess what? At the end of the day, we're going to see how well Coach is doing on this pick'ems. But yeah, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing. Welcome back to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And for all my leaders out there, y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. Comment, like, and share these videos as well. Tap in a friend or two. Let them know, hey, look, come on in here and hang out with Coach Walker and the crew. Hey, guess what? Y'all can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing right now because I know y'all like, all right, Coach, which games are you picking? Well, we're going to start with this first one. This first one here, this could possibly be a three-peat for Bowie State. Bowie State got their bad man, Jerome Johnson, over there at quarterback, and Mr. Lane is the quarterback over there for Fayetteville State University. He's new into the program, and he's been putting up some numbers over there for the Broncos. So this was going to be a shootout. But I honestly feel that right now, I really believe that the Bulldogs is on to something over there. I think the culture has really kicked in, and they finally understand what it's all about when it comes to winning, and it has become truly infectious as far as with them. Because guess what? They don't see it happening no other way. Now, Fayetteville State, on the other hand, this is their fourth trip. That's right, their fourth trip to the CIAA Championship, and they've lost 4 times. Well, they've lost 3 times in a row. Twice to Bowie State, and I think the last time they lost was to Virginia State. The last time, I believe, for Fayetteville State won the CIAA championship was back in, I think, 2009, and that was against Bowie State. So, guys, guess what? This here game has got a lot that's going on with this, and I'm just wondering which direction is this going to go. But the last time Coach picked against Bowie State made me eat my words, for real. I'm not even going to lie to you. Bowie State gave me the business on that one. And in this one, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Coach is picking Bowie State 28-24. I think it's going to be a close game because, like I said, both of these quarterbacks, respectively on each team, I think they're going to bring the best out of their teammates on the offensive side of the ball. The million-dollar question is going to be what are the defenses going to do for each of these teams? And I'm going to be real with you. Bowie State defense was ranked in the top 5. And like I said earlier today, if you have not seen the video, the pregame rundown that I did on Bowie State versus Fayetteville State, go check that out. I actually said I was throwing all of the stats out the window because guess what? This here is the time where you got to dig in deep, muster up whatever it is that you need to muster up to get this W today in this game. So I'm picking Bowie State 28-24. Now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump on into the MEAC. The MEAC games of the week is none other than South Carolina State versus North Carolina A&T. You got Norfolk State versus Delaware State. You got North Carolina Central versus Howard. Who you got? Well, in this one, guys, I'm going to start off with the North Carolina A&T versus South Carolina State. This is an old MEAC rivalry. between these two teams. North Carolina State have had a lot of players that's been beat up all season long, especially since they've moved over to, I think it was the Big South Conference. They've been really, getting after it, and they've been coming up short because a lot of their players have been hurt. And the depth that they need to really compete in that conference, they don't quite have it yet. So I'm thinking that the head coach and the coaching staff, as well as the recruiters there, get that squared away in the offseason, making sure that they get more depth at positions so that when they have players that go down, is the next man up, and they're not really losing anything. So, like I said, you heard me say this, previously over time. Once you get that program built the way that you want it built, as far as with having at least 2, 3, on the depth chart behind the starter, they should be able to do some phenomenal things and go far. South Carolina State, like I said, they're playing with house money right now. In the MEAC conference, they are 4-0 in conference play. So this game really doesn't do anything for them. This is really like a tune-up game for them to get prepared as far as whoever ends up winning the MEAC conference. I know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe South Carolina State and Norfolk State, they play next week. So that's going to be a big game. So I'm hoping everybody that's playing in this game today between Norfolk State and North Carolina A&T, excuse me, not Norfolk State, but South Carolina State and North Carolina A&T. I hope everybody comes out of that game fine, and South Carolina State is able to get after it next week against Norfolk State, because there might be a lot on the line during that game. So in this game, unfortunately, I'm going to go against the grain on this one. I am picking North Carolina A&T 33-16. Like I said, North Carolina A&T, they finally are getting a couple of pieces back of the players that was injured on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm looking forward to them just coming out there, having some fun, and, trying to give South Carolina State the business, letting them know, hey, look, even though we're no longer here, we still can come over here and give it to you just like we did when we was playing in the MEAC last season. Or, excuse me, the season before. Next game we got here is who we got. We got Norfolk State. I just talked about it. Norfolk State versus Delaware State. This is a conference game for them. You already know they got Wilkinson, Savion Wilkinson, the running back for Delaware State, and Norfolk State has quarterback Jawan Pooty Carter. That's right. That bad man over there, he putting up them touchdowns and getting them yards, knocked out. I believe this young man has already set several records throwing the ball already, and I think that he's still after a couple of those big ones that he's trying to get and bring down. It's been up, I believe, since 1995. So you might want to check that out and check them out also, guys. It's a phenomenal football being played in the MEAC, even though the MEAC is not getting as much hype and celebration as the SWAC. Trust me, these guys are playing some ball over there as well. So keep your ears to the ground to find out what's going on between these two teams. But I honestly believe Coach Odoms is going to have Norfolk State ready to rock and roll, because they dropped the game last week, I think, to North Carolina Central in 3 overtimes. And I'm believing that they're going to make sure that they do not fall behind any further in the MEAC conference as far as who's going to become the MEAC champion. So I think Norfolk State is going to get this game 35-24. My bad, Savion. Hey, guys, I know you guys been over there trying to work it out, but you guys fell a little short this season. And when I had you guys, I picked you guys before to win. I think it was a game a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who it was you guys played, and you guys didn't get over the hump. Oh, my God. That was the game I was looking to see if this MEAC race was going to be a four-man race instead of now a 3-man race. So I'm going with Norfolk State on this one. The next game we got up here is North Carolina Central versus Howard. Now, North Carolina Central, like I said, they just came off a 3 overtime win against Norfolk State. And Howard's been trying to find themselves, but they really haven't hit that stride this season. They started out kind of hot as far as what, the offense was putting up points, and they're really getting after teams in the beginning of the season. I think they've gotten riddled with they've been riddled with injuries as well. I don't know if they're going to really be able to pull this one out, because I think North Carolina Central is starting to hit that stride. I think they're starting to feel themselves now like, hey, we can really get after this thing, compete with the best of, and let them know that we are for real. And I think if they get this game this weekend, they definitely going to put everybody on notice in the MEAC, let them know, hey, look, if you lose a game, we're ready to go ahead, take your place to go play for the playing the Celebration Bowl as the MEAC representative. In this game, I got North Carolina Central 27-20. And I believe no, that was it for the MEAC. But yeah, guys, like I said, make sure y'all keep these down, Coach. Hey, Coach, I did the video this way, so I can't go back and say, oh man, no, I didn't pick them, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. No, it's up there. It's in black and white. It's written like how Nas said, and it was written. Yes, it's written. It's up there now. So guys, there we go. Now let's jump on into this SIAC championship between Albany State and Miles College. Guys, y'all already know this is another one where Miles College can possibly three-peat. They can possibly make history and three-peat as the SIAC champion. Now, these two teams, they played one another during the season, and Albany State beat Miles 28-3, 31-3, something like that. And if I'm not, I believe it's 31-3, if I'm not mistaken. But there's been a lot that has happened to Albany State in the past couple of weeks. I believe Mr. Adonis Butler, he passed away on the campus from an accident with the bus. And like I said again, I said in that video as well, if you haven't checked that one out, make sure you guys get over there and check that video out as well. I sent my heartfelt condolences to not only the Butler family, but also to also to Albany State, as well as the Albany State Golden Rams football team, because like I said, that was their brother. That was one of their brothers who, is not with them on this trip. But guys, if you didn't get a chance to check out the Fountain City Classic last week, they beat Fort Valley 57-0. And if you didn't know, 57 was Adonis Butler's jersey number. So like I said, they celebrated him with that win of putting up 57 points against Fort Valley State. I'm waiting to see exactly what takes place this week in this game between Miles College when all the chips are on the line. That's right. I want to know if Coach Ruffin is going to get Miles College over the hump to get that third championship, or will Coach G finally break the mold and get Albany State break them through the wall for them to get that championship that has been escaping them for the past couple of years. Like I said, these two teams have played one another this will be the third time that they will play for the SIAC championship, not to mention the number of times that they played each other during the season before getting to the championship game. So, and another thing to remember, this is not the first time that Albany State has beaten Miles College during the season and ended up playing them in the championship game and didn't win it. So this is a very big game this weekend. So we're going to see how everything turns out with that as well. But in this game, I'm going with the Golden Rams on this one. I have the Golden Rams winning this game 33-13. I honestly believe that these young men, they're locked and loaded. They're ready to go. I really believe in this team here that they're going to do everything possible to make sure that they bring that championship home for their fallen brother, who, like I said, was out there busting it out in the sweat and the heat and all the different, conditions that they had to go practice in, and just laying it all out there on the line. Like I said, that young man, from what I've been told, was a phenomenal individual. I salute you, son. It hurts Coach here in the heart that you're no longer here with us, but I know you're staring down, looking over them, making sure that they do what they need to do in this game. And I know their hearts are going to be full playing this game. I know their hearts are going to be full playing this game. And I just hope and pray that they get through this thing and do exactly what they set out to do, which was the goal, which was finish the drill and win the championship. Bring that championship back on home to Albany State. And guys, like I said, salute to you again. Both teams have had a phenomenal season this year. I apologize, guys. I'm a little touched behind this. And, I'm just letting y'all know that. But, hey, we're going to go ahead and get to the jackpot here. I know everybody waiting on this one. The SWAC games of the week. Yes, sir. Let me pick myself up here. The SWAC games of the week. PV versus Alcorn, Southern versus Jackson in the BOOMBOX Classic. You got Texas Southern versus Alabama A&M. You got Bethune-Cookman versus Grambling State. You got Alabama State versus Mississippi Valley State. And you got FAMU versus UAPB. Where do I want to start? Hey, we're going to go with the first one. PV versus Alcorn. Now, I ain't going to lie to you. Trigger man. Whew. This is a very big game for you guys this week for Alcorn State. If by chance Alcorn loses this game, we already know they're out of the playoffs. Prairie PV Prairie View A&M will automatically have that bid, and they will win the West Conference championship game. I mean, West Conference, the West Conference championship. In every game that Alcorn has played, where they teams thought they had one over them, they came back. They spoiled the show. The UAPB game, UAPB just knew they had that game locked and loaded. Alcorn found a way to scratch the claw back to get it, and they beat them. Grambling was the same way. They thought they had the game won during Alcorn's homecoming, which I was at that game and saw that game. And they found a way to scratch a claw and get that game back, and they won that one. And now here we got this one here with Prairie View. I just feel Puma pass and that defensive front and those running backs and the receivers. I just feel that it's gonna be too much for Alcorn this weekend. I in so many ways I want to see Alcorn with Charles Pringle, Boiler, Duffy, Alexander. I want to see all of these guys get out there and really just show up and show out and let everybody know, hey, look, y'all cannot y'all can't count us out. And I know Coach Mack's gonna have everything ready to go, but Coach Dooley is on something right now. I don't know what it is. Coach Dooley got everybody on the juice, boy. And when I tell you these guys have bought into what's going on, it's a phenomenal thing. But the crazy part about it is if Alcorn can get past to make mistakes, get him off his rhythm, just have him, to the point where he's firing that ball all over the place to those receivers, because he from time to time he don't put real touch on that ball. He throwing like hot rocks at folks, and sometimes them things get up on the receivers, and they're not able to catch that ball. And guess what? That ball is getting bounced up in the air somewhere, which is an opportunity for a defensive back to, get an interception or, get a turnover, something like that. If Alcorn is able to get out there and do that this weekend, get out there and do that today, I promise you this game is going to be different. But my heart is telling me I'm going with PV 33-17. That's right, guys. Coach with PV 33-17. This next game here, the BOOMBOX Classic. You got Southern versus Jackson State. I'm going to be honest with you guys. After watching, I watched that film over and over and over again from the spring. And I know that Jackson State has a totally different team from the spring that's playing now in the fall. And the craziest thing is just watching how Southern, I'm going to be real with you, Jackson State fans. Y'all going to get mad at me, but I'm just going to tell the truth as far as what happened this spring. It looked like Southern came out there and snatched the soul out of Jackson State. I promise you. And if you haven't seen that video is up as well. As far as the quarterbacks was not changing the blocking scheme, the blocking assignments for the linemen. They were not changing the formations so that they would have max protection when you got defenders coming off the edge, as well as special teams. You had onside kicks, you had block punts, you had interceptions. You just had a lot of different things that took place that allowed Southern to put more points on the board against Jackson State in that game. Now, you got QB1 back there in the backfield throwing the ball. I don't think he's going to be out there just handing over the ball handing over turnovers to the other team so that they can run the score up on them. I'm waiting to see what Pickett and Marshall is going to do. If they come out there and they get things rocking and rolling early, I honestly believe that Jackson State is going to give Southern the business. Now, the receivers for Jackson State, like I said, I promise you, I don't believe Southern's defensive backs is going to be able to keep up with those receivers. I don't see it. Matter of fact, if Newman is playing, Newman is going to be a matchup that is not – Newman is going to be a matchup nightmare for anybody that gets in front of him out there on the field for Southern. You put an outside linebacker on him, he's going to eat him alive. A corner, that's going to be a problem as well, because if you think you're going to put one of your slower speed corners on him, he's going to kill him on the daggone quick slants all day long. So it's just going to be one of those things where these offenses, they're going to be, they're going to be something to watch. And then not to mention, you got the running game for Southern with Devin Ben. You got and the other running backs is over there for them. Now, you already know Skelton, you put him in the game, he's going to run the ball. Now, McDaniel, he's learning to pull the ball down, but I believe that they're going to go with McDaniel as the starting quarterback because they don't want the defense to think that they're going to be one-dimensional in this game. So I honestly feel that once Jackson State turned them over a few times, I believe that they're going to bring Skelton into the game. So this is why I'm saying it makes no sense for them being Southern to come out there and put their best 11A or 11AA men in the game and think that they're going to beat Jackson State in this game. Not to mention, I think Jackson State wants some get back for all of the chaos and boo-boo that they took from them in the spring, especially with how they, a lot of those ball players, they're no longer there. Some of them might still be on the sideline, but they would get pushed around and, just getting chunked or whatever during the game. Y'all saw Coach Odom towards the end of the game telling the guys to get off the field. And not to mention, I don't think that the team has the same discipline same discipline and the mental strength that Coach Odom's brought to that team, making sure that they were doing the things that they need to do to keep them competitive in games. Like when they get down in games, they're able to find a way to dig in and go get it. That was something that I've seen, I watched Coach Odom do with them, and I'm not really seeing that this season. I'm not saying Coach Rollins is not doing it. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it with the guys out there. So it's making me wonder exactly what's going on. So in this game, I definitely have Jackson State winning 35-20. The next game we got here, Texas Southern versus Alabama A&M, an offensive showdown. Man, look here. I'm going to be honest with you. I think both of these teams probably put up 500 points apiece, 500 points combined, because ain't going to be no defense in this game. Even with the changes that Coach Boulware has made on defense for Alabama A&M, with all of the injuries that they have going on over there right now, I really don't see how they're going to be able to pick things up and just slow down Body as well as those receivers for Texas Southern. And not to mention the running back that they got coming out of the backfield. He rushed by himself against Jackson for, I believe, with a 200-something yards. So, no, with a 230, I think it was 200 plus he rushed for, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please leave a comment below and let me know. But, yeah, I don't see where Alabama A&M is going to be able to slow that down either. In this game, I believe the over-under on this one already, from what I've been hearing, this game gonna be out of control, man. This is gonna be a high-scoring game. I believe this game is gonna be well over 100 points. I got Alabama A&M winning this game, 52-49. Yeah, I got them putting over 100 points in this game. I'm just being honest with you. Like I said, I think I honestly believe Akil Glass is going to get out there, put on a show. He's going to let everybody know, hey, I am draft material. I am NFL football material. And he's going to lay it all out there on the line. I believe the outlaw receiver is going to let everybody know, hey, look, they are that real deal. Abraham, he's just going to give it to him straight up and down. I don't know if Juice Jenkins is going to be back. I think he may still be injured. And like I said, the other guys out there, Hilaire, I mean, it's going to, hey, this thing is going to be fireworks. This is going to be box office for you to watch. If you want to watch some football that's going to be played where you got a whole bunch of scoring going on, these two teams are the ones that you want to watch this season, because guess what? They're going to give you every last bit of it. In this next game, we got Bethune-Cookman versus Grambling State. I'm going to be real with you. I said in the beginning, not in the beginning, but I'll say early on, Bethune-Cookman was on to something. And once they got that groove, they're going to be ready to go. Bethune-Cookman beat Alcorn last week. It was a tight game, but they beat them. I think it was 35-31, 35-33, something like that. But I honestly believe they got together. I mean, think about it. They got the human joystick over there, in which daggone, 6'4". They got another tight end that's 6'6". They got another receiver over there. I'm about to say Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights played for University, Louisiana Monroe, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But they got another receiver over there that's 6'2". So they got height. Now the question is going to be, who is going to be the quarterback? Whichever quarterback they put out there, if they can get him the ball, along with giving that bad man, that running back they got back there, give him the ball, let him go to work, man. I honestly believe there won't be. Listen, that young man by himself, I believe, is going to run. He's going to rush for 150 yards. You can book that one. He's going to rush for 150 yards against that Grambling State defense. Grambling State has DBs, but that front seven, I got questions about that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I truly believe, because they have the height. That's Bethune-Cookman. I think they're gonna get this game. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you another reason why I believe they're gonna get this game. I believe Bethune-Cookman is gonna win this game 27-17. Now, why I feel that they're gonna win this game, because of the fact that Noah Bodden is not playing. So I take it Noah Bodden must have decided to red shirt this year so that he doesn't lose eligibility, because he's not really getting any playing time. I don't know what's up with that, but hey, you got Elijah Walker out there playing now. Hopefully he can go ahead and rally the troops to get out there and put up a true fight and win this game. But like I said, I don't know if they're going to have Patrick or Black is going to be the quarterback for, and I might be incorrect on Black as far as the second quarterback out there for Bethune-Cookman. But I don't know if they're going to have Shannon Patrick back out there underneath center or what. But again, if Bethune-Cookman is smart with the ball, I believe that they're going to be able to do what they need, do what they need to do to manage the game and win it. And like I said, as far as the other quarterback for Grambling, I think it's Alden. You already know if he's in the game, they know he's running the ball. So that has been the knock on that all season long. I don't know what Coach Fobbs is doing right now. I don't know if he's checked out or what. But in this game, I kind of feel that Bethune-Cookman is going to win their second game of the season. It's going to be against Grambling State. I think this was the last but not least. Who we got left? No, we got two more left. Alabama State versus Mississippi Valley. It's going to be another good one as well, because, like I said, Coach Dancy going to have the Delta Devils ready. As far as Alabama State, like I said, they're putting things together over there. As far as with the interim coach, the defensive coordinator, who's the interim coach now, I believe that they're going to get things together. I'm trying to figure if they're going to win this game or not, because, like I said, you don't know who the quarterback's going to be. You don't know if it's going to be Nettles. If I'm not mistaken, Nettles is injured again, so he's out. I don't know if Crawley's going to start, or if it's going to be or if Nettles is going to play this week, or if they're going to bring in the third string quarterback and let him start. There's no telling what's going on over there. Everything is just up in smoke right now, so we'll see how that one goes. But I believe Eason and the receiving core over there at Mississippi Valley, I think they're going to come out and put some pressure on Alabama State early. Like I said, the defensive front for Alabama State, they got to bring it. I mean, that's the only way that they're going to be able to slow down and stop Mississippi Valley State from, running up and down the field on them. If Mississippi Valley State starts off fast in this game, they should win this game. If they start off slow like they normally do, I don't think Mississippi Valley State is going to get this game against Alabama State. And that is one reason why I am picking Alabama State to win this game 27-14. Mississippi Valley State always starts off slow. If they were to ever find a way to put sevens on the board instead of threes, man, so many of these teams would be in trouble. It ain't even funny. But that has been their knock of just putting 3 points on the board, or they drive down the field and turn the ball over in some capacity, or they have to punt the ball away. So that's basically where they are. That's basically where they are right now. And like I said, if they ever find a way to fix it, I think they're going to be a dangerous team. And then last game, where you got Mr. Bonnet, you got McKay, you got, my God, you got so many players over there on that daggone FAMU side of the ball. Not to mention those two safeties, the corners and the linebackers. They're a little iffy. UAPB, like I said, Skylar Perry, he can get out there and get that ball flying around. Intermediate passes, forcing those daggone safeties to move up some to where they're able to fly that ball over their head. Once they get a couple of receivers past them, I think they'll be fine in this game. But if Skylar Perry come out there and get to throwing having some erratic throws like usual, where he's just throwing the ball in the spaces, thinking that a receiver's going to be there and they're not, trust me, FAMU's going to catch those passes. They're going to intercept them balls, and they're going to take the passes back the other way for a touchdown. So in this game, I don't know. Like I said, Coach Gamble then gambled away the season with them guys. Because like I said, after that Alcorn State game, these guys have not been the same. I'm being honest with you guys. University of Arkansas Pine Bluff have not been the same after that Alcorn State game, and that's the honest to God truth. I understand that, I understand they're saying that the kicker was hurt. They didn't have anybody that could come out there kick the ball. I get that, but guys, you know what? You got to find somebody that can do something to help put points on the board in that type of situation. Because had you scored 3 points, you wouldn't have lost the game. I mean, but we're not. Coach not gonna go back into that because I don't want to. I don't want to tear that scar off, because if I do that, I'm gonna start back. I'm gonna go back to the SWAC championship this spring that I sat there and watched it, live and uncut. I sat there and watched that one. So we're gonna leave that alone. But this game here, I got FAMU winning this game in a close one, 27-21. That's right. I got FAMU winning this one in a close one, 21-21. McKay, don't have me looking crazy, man. Make sure you get out there and take care of the ball like you're supposed to. Make the throws that you need to make to your receivers that I know is going to be open, as well as Bonnet, Sheree, and everybody else out there on the field. Let's get out there and make the plays that we need to make. Defense, step up and do what you need to do. UAPB, say what you got. Defensive front, you got to get after it, guys. The offensive line, y'all got to block for your quarterback, allowing him to make the necessary plays that he need to make. Skyler, if the receiver's not open, pull that ball down and run, son. Don't throw that ball into coverage unnecessarily, giving FAMU extra opportunity to put more points up on the board and your team further behind. But guys, that's all I got for you on this one. But I tell you what, make sure you leave your comments below and let me know who you think going to win these games. Hey, those championship games for this week, those are definitely the bonus picks this week, as well as the BOOMBOX Classic. So let's make sure we get those games picked and see what's going on. See how everybody fare in that one. And guys, like I said before, coaches love having a little fun, man. Like I said, leave your comments below. Leave your comments below on who you think going to win these games. But like I said, Coach going to go ahead and get up out of here, man, because I got to get myself together so I can get ready to hit this road. So I go spend some time with my daughter for this father-daughter dance. I told her I would be there, so I'm a man of my word. I got to get my tail there, make sure I'm clean and fresh to death. That's right. Fresh to death is an old word. So y'all talk about Coach all you want. It's all good. But hey, if you haven't checked out none of the previous videos that I dropped Friday, make sure you guys check those out as well. We got the Jackson State pregame. We got the Albany State versus Miles College championship rundown. We got the Bowie State versus Fayetteville State championship, CIAA championship rundown. Also, check out the videos that we talked about with Coach Prime and the TCU business, and I got another one out there talking about the agents, why the agents trying to come through and take Coach Prime from HBCU sports. Guys, like I said, as you already know, if you are someone that's out there doing positive and great things, people are going to come tap you on your shoulder, regardless if they really want you or don't. Sometimes they're just trying to, sometimes people do things to make it seem that seem like it's something that is really not. And like I tell you all the time, guys, you got to keep your head above water, move forward, and don't worry about nothing else. Oh, one last thing before we get out of here. I have I set up the membership on the channel. So make sure if you see that pop up, if you want to join, go ahead and join. There's multiple tiers. I have a tier set up for young men and young women, the student athletes out there that may need help with their recruitment. So coaches Gary start putting those videos out as well. Those videos will be only available to those that are in that tier. So I'm just letting you know that right now. Also, be on the lookout for the merch. We got that coming also. Coach been busy, man. Been busy trying to put this work in, grinding, trying to make sure I give you guys some great content as well as some great merch. And, I appreciate all of you supporting me. And like I said before, hey, we kicking this YouTube algorithm in the behind. So y'all keep rocking with Coach, man. Keep pushing me forward so I can continue to keep bringing you this great content. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. And remember, guys, be the one and lead.